What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and what I think the future holds for this company. I'm also going to talk about the overall stock market and how this may have affected Neo for today and how it may affect Neo going forward. I'm also going to talk about the Fed, as we have some big updates coming out from the Fed that could definitely affect the market for the short term and long term. I'm also going to talk about some bullish catalysts that just came out for Neo that makes me very excited for the future, guys, as Neo has made a very big business move that could definitely affect their share price in the future. I'm also going to end this video with what Neo put on their Twitter page that makes me very bullish for the future. Now, before I say anything about these bullish catalysts for Neo and what's going on with the share price and why I'm very excited for the future, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for educational purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And not only benefits me, benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you will not only qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each with up to $3,500, but you'll also get free real-time level 2 data for US stocks with $0 in trading commissions. So please check that out if you guys want. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So look at this right here, guys. We have Neo's share price. We're up 1.75%, despite the fact that the entire market, or almost the entire market, was in the red. Neo did very well today, up 1.75%. It is a little bit down in the after hours, but it's doing quite well. Now, before I talk about Neo going forward, guys, we need to talk about the market and how this may affect Neo and other stocks going forward. So look at this right here. As you guys can see, Apple was in the red, Amazon was in the red, BBIG was in the red, the entire crypto market was in the red, and look at the S&P 500, guys. It's down about 1.11%. Now, just because the SPY is down, it doesn't mean that the market is all of the market's going to be down, as Neo was in the green. But right now, we see some very bearish moves that came out, as it is trading well below the exponential moving averages, down about 1.11%. Now, we did have a run up today, which is a pretty good sign that we could have a reversal coming soon. But right now, guys, there's a lot of uncertainty, and it's very hard for me to make a perfect prediction because of this right here. Now, the Fed is talking about the fact that they have released a study on a digital dollar, but they don't necessarily know if they're going to release it just yet. Now, Brainerd has been a little bit more, how should I say, hawkish, so to speak. Her alongside Jerome Powell, and President Joe Biden is in support of that. The Fed being hawkish is a little bit concerning, but that is a very ambiguous claim because we don't know the extent of how hawkish they're going to be. We don't know by how much they're going to raise interest rates yet. And as long as they leave this as an unknown, it could definitely affect the market, cause some sideways action, and maybe some bearish moves. Now, I don't know exactly to what degree they're going to raise interest rates. It's estimated they're going to raise it by about 0.5% in March of 2022, which is just a couple of months away, or I would say like a month and a half away, because we're almost at the end of January. Now, another very important thing is this right here, guys. This is something very important that you have to pay attention to. The Federal Open Market Committee is going to have two important meetings on January 25th and January 26th. This is important because of the fact that they can announce some very important things that could definitely affect the market going forward and really dictate the price of how we see stocks move. So for Neo going forward, guys, based off this data, it seems more probable that the market is very uncertain, it's very ambiguous, and this could cause a little bit of bearish action for Neo. But the thing about Neo is, I think that it's very probable that we're going to see a lot more sideways action and maybe some downwards pressure with that for tomorrow and for the next couple of trading days until we see what the Fed announces and what else is coming out. Now, we have a lot of earnings reports coming out for next week, guys, and I do think it's very probable that Tesla, for instance, and other stocks are going to have some good moves. If Tesla announces something big, because they're definitely going to crush it when it comes to their earnings, I think this is going to cause maybe a very big move to the upside for many EV stocks. It's not just Tesla, guys. We have other big tech companies announcing some big things too. This could cause the entire market to see quite a bit of green by next week. Now, when do I think it's going to start? Perhaps by the 26th to 27th of January, or I would say like closer to Wednesday, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. That's when I think the market's going to start to see a little bit more green, and that's when we're most likely going to get out of this like bearish trend we're kind of in, at least over a shorter period of time. So how do I see this dictating the price of Neo? Let's bring up some other technical indicators, or at least the most common ones I often use, and look at the Neo chart from this perspective. Now, I'm going to use this chart and zoom in, and you guys can see it from right here. From a day-to-day basis, we can see that the MACD flip with the 9-day moving average showing Neo is on a bit of a downward trend. RSI is actually not too bad at 43.1, but right now, guys, the CCI is a little bit down. So what does this mean for Neo going forward? What this means is that right now, Neo is kind of trading it's treating the exponential moving average, the 5 day exponential moving average as resistance. Now, this is a kind of sideways, or I would say maybe a little bit more of a bearish indicator that we could see a little bit moves to the downside for the next upcoming days. And I could be totally wrong, guys, because it's really dependent on the market. Now, my predictions are not always going to be perfect. I make these predictions because you guys have requested for them. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is the market is reacting to what the Fed is doing. If the Fed announces something good, the market could just be completely green tomorrow. If the Fed announces something bad, it could turn around. So I don't know exactly what the Fed is going to announce or what's going to happen, but I will tell you this: based off these technical indicators, it looks like we could continue on this downward trend just a little bit more. We could drop to like the 29 flat dollar range, maybe to the high 28 for tomorrow. Now, it is dependent on what the news is, and tomorrow is a Friday, so they could try to bring NEO in the green again, but because we're up when the market's down, it seems a little bit more probable that we're going to be a little bit red, guys. So don't be too scared of that just yet. Now, here's the reason why you shouldn't be afraid about the future for NEO. In fact, I'm very, very bullish. We had a bullish piece of news that caused NEO to be pretty good in the green, up 1.75%, while the market was in the red, and that's this right here. A report in a German trade publication has interesting implications for the Chinese EV maker. Basically, what happened, guys, is NEO, it has been reported that NEO hired a Volvo car executive to manage its entry into the German auto market. Once again, very bullish news. Someone very experienced, someone that knows what they're doing, and that in turn is going to be very awesome when they start to report and expand to other countries. Now, it states right here, the German auto industry trade publication reported on Thursday that Ralph Krantz, that's his name, I apologize if I said it wrong, he is currently the director of commercial operations of Volvo, will leave Volvo and take charge of NEO's efforts in Germany as of March 1st. Once again, very bullish news, guys. Someone very, very experienced is going to be started doing work for NEO and help them expand their business in Germany. Why is this important? Because he can make some very intelligent business decisions that could really, really help their expansion and really improve their business model. I can't wait for what this is going to hold for the future. So look, like I told you guys, the stock price could trade sideways tomorrow. It could trade sideways for next week. But think about the long-term future. Think about what this means for the long term as they expand to more countries, as they start improving their production, as they, improve every single one of their numbers. It's very, very bullish news in my opinion, and I can't wait for what the future holds. I also want to talk about this right here. Basically, the Tesla and NEO supplier CATL confirms the battery swap rumors. Now, I don't necessarily want to say that this article is totally perfect, but basically it states right here that Cala has only just announced its plan to launch the event. So here we go with a new battery swap brand that could be coming out, which could be very, very good for NEO if they were to have a partnership. But this is something that a lot of people are kind of associating it with, and that could be very good, guys. Very good news as they are becoming more and more popular. Now, I also want to talk about this right here, and I know I reported this yesterday, but remember, guys, NEO already launched the first battery swap station in Europe. Once again, they're entering Norway already, and they're expanding again and again and again. So over time, guys, the share price, in my opinion, is going to see some very, very good moves. I know it could remain a little bit sideways for the next week, but I see a very bullish reversal coming if you give it the time it needs. Remember, guys, this is what they put on their Twitter page. And the New York Times post, Shira Ovid sounds off on the speed which electric vehicles have taken over Norway. Once again, Norway is doing very, very well. They're expanding their businesses and they're getting more and more and more involved in the EV sector, which is the perfect place for NEO to build its first battery swap station, for NEO to improve its business and expand and gain the recognition that it deserves. So that's what I have for this one, guys. I can't wait for the ET7 and the ET5s to launch, and I do see them improving their production very, very soon, which once again is very bullish news for institutional investors, and I do see a lot more money coming into this play as time goes on. So the market may cause NEO to dip, okay, for the next upcoming days. I'm trying to prepare you guys. Remember, we have support at the $28.61 level and the 28 flat, so be prepared. But I just want to put it out there that it does not matter. It does not matter because in the future, I'm still very bullish for NEO, and I can't wait for what the future holds as we have many bullish catalysts coming out, and I really see some big moves coming. So that's what I have for this one, guys. Do not lose faith, remain calm, cool, and collected, and never ever give up on your dreams. I thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. NEO to the moon, and peace out.